Hello and welcome to your club Everton Daily. The date is Tuesday, the 7th of February 2012. Right, now then, before I start off, I've got to give massive thanks to the Falconians again. I know you're getting sick of hearing this now, but they actually nominated me for a shorty yesterday. And believe me, I'm touched, I'm grateful for the nomination and I'd like to thank them for it, but at the same time, I don't want anyone else nominating me. The reason why is because these guys deserve it more. So, nominate them. And again, at the end of this daily, I'll tell you how you can nominate them. But don't get it wrong. I'm very grateful for the nomination, and I'd like to thank the Falconians for the nomination. Truly grateful for it, but definitely they deserve it a lot more than I do. So, Shorty Awards, nominate our Falconians. Use the hashtag soccer. That'll count as a nomination. As long as you put their @ handle, you mention Shorty Awards and use the hashtag soccer, that'll count as a nomination. On the second page rather of nominations now, so keep it moving. Only about 150 odd votes away from beating the shite. I know I've got at least 400 people on Twitter who can nominate, so get voting. Alright, well, with that out the way, this awful, shameless gushing, let's talk about what's going to be on the daily. We're going to round up the news. Roundtable discussion topic. Finally, it's not the England captaincy. It's nothing worse. Queen Doglead talking about Luis Suarez. The hole gets deeper and deeper. We're going to have a look at the gossip and our article of interest, the fair solution to the problem of incompetent referees from when Saturday comes. Alright, so let's get on and we'll start with the news. First one, Sylvan Distin. Happy to be back. He admitted it was good to be back after returning from his hamstring injury in the draw against Wigan. In his interview with Everton TV, he said, "I felt good. The end of the game was tough because I've not played much football lately. I had an injury, then came back and had another injury, and that's the first time I've had 2 injuries in a season. So it was a long time out. It felt good to be back, but it was very cold and there was a lot of running. I'm 34 now. I thought we played well, but a draw was probably fair," he said afterwards. "We came back well and conditions were difficult and the pitch was poor. I know people were expecting us to win, but the Premier League is tough and the points away from home is okay." He also talked a bit about Stephen Pienaar. He said, "We miss him when he left. We never really replaced him. He just always wants the ball. Even if he has a player sat on his back, he wants the ball. That makes it easier for us at the back. We kept the ball a lot better, and that was largely down to him." On the topic of Pienaar, his partner in crime, Leighton Baines, insists it was a pleasure to play with him again. Baines spoke to Everton TV as well. He said, we didn't take any time to get back into that familiar pattern because he's just that good a player. I've been texting him since the day he left to see if he was coming back, not just deadline day. He makes a massive difference to us. When he trained for the first time on Friday, he changed training. That shows how good a player he is. It's his ability to take the ball in any situation. He never loses the ball. And the worst case is he wins you a foul if he's struggling. He's such an intelligent player. He's probably the best player I've ever played with because he's so selfless as well. David Moyes also acknowledged that he was probably one of the better players on the pitch. Alright, well, our final news piece is that a Everton loanee has been given a call up to the England under-19s, and that's Jake Bidwell. He's currently on loan at Brentford. He's been called up from the under-19 squad for the game against the Czech Republic on the 28th of February. Made his under-19s debut against Denmark, spelt by London24.com as Denmake. How the fuck did he make that mistake? Late last year. His loan, for fuck's sake, his lean deal as it's called here. Really need to proofread this shit, man. The loan deal expires on February the 14th, and he's recently set up 2 goals in the Bees' 5-2 win over Wickham. So good to see that he's doing well, and hopefully that continues. Alright, well that's it for the news. Now we move on to our roundtable discussion topic, and I hate having to talk about this prick, but here we go. Queen Doglead welcomed Luis Suarez back from a lengthy absence in the draw against Tottenham but once again says he should never have saved the ban. We're treading on dangerous waters here by slagging this lot off, but you know what? It needs to be done, because this fucking prick. Seriously, can he not take the fucking hint? The incident happened. There's no denying it happened. The person who's accused of doing it admitted to doing it. Not only that, he was found by an independent panel to have done it as well. No one with any influence over either the football clubs involved or the organisation involved. It was an independent panel. They found him guilty based on evidence that he himself submitted to them. That evidence being his verbal acknowledgements of actually committing the offence. There is no disputing that he did that. You can argue context all you want. The use of that type of language is unacceptable in this game. It's as simple as that. He is guilty. He got charged. He got punished. He deserved the punishment. Fucking accept it, you dour twat. I actually feel sorry for the genuine, Liverpool fans with the head there. I mean, they do exist. They're few in number, but they do exist. They must be fucking cringing at this cunt. He's just come off his suspension. Can you not just draw a line under the sand and not mention it again? But no, he has to fucking go immediately after the match and start going on about the fucking how it was unjust what punishment he was given. Forgetting the fact that the player involved is one of the dirtiest cunts ever to have played the game, and before you start, there's no disputing that. And then not only that, it's fucking the boost he made on Scott Parker was fucking disgusting to start with. And the fact that he only got a yellow card for it was a fucking farce as well. We've got to a situation now where officials are going to be scared to go anywhere near him because they know they're going to get a backlash from that lot. Those fucking deluded cunts who will lap up anything that dour cunt says. I just hope he doesn't have access to vats of Kool-Aid anytime soon. Fucking prick. Right, well that was a bit of a rant, wasn't it? Anyway, let's leave that before I get even more angry. Transfer gossip. Again, the source and the story. Talkshite reports that AC Milan are leading the chase to sign Man City striker Mario Balotelli and hope to clinch his signature during the summer, according to reports in Italy. Talkshite also reports that Man United will have to act fast if they want to sign Udinese defender Mehdi Benatia, as the mega-rich Russian club Anzi have entered the race to sign him. I also called them Anzi, and I'm not using the full name because they seem to go up every day in this. I can never pronounce the name right. Excuse me. The Mirror reports that Demba Ba insists that he's happy at Newcastle and he's not looking to cash in on the signing of the season status with a big money move away. The Times reports that Billy Davies has refused to rule himself out of the running for the vacant job at Leeds United. The Cunt Rag reports that Arsenal are ready to fight Chelsea for Lille's £30 million raise of Belgian winger Eden Hazard. The Cunt Rag also reports that Blackburn see Portugal under-21 centre-back Andre Pinto as Chris Samba's replacement. The Cunt Rag also reports that Dimitar Berbatov will be handed a one-year contract extension by Man United. Bloody hell. Scottish Sun reports that former Rangers midfielder Alan Gow says he's ready to ignore government advice and kickstart his career in strife torn Iran by signing for Ra'ahan. So he's signing for an Iranian club. Interesting. The Racist reports that Tottenham are ready to go head-to-head with Arsenal for Nottingham Forest England under-19 defender Jamal Lascelles, 18. South Wales Evening Post reports that Swansea's chairman Hugh Jenkins reckons his club are about to secure the future of a star as manager Brendan Rodgers finalises a new 3-year deal. The Liverpool Echo, reports that Everton made a deadline day move to sign Kevin Doyle according to his Wolves teammate Stephen Ward. Well, we knew that. In other news, the Racist reports that John Terry's sold Fabio Capello. He'll be available for the Euros in the summer. Star reports that Capello believes the FA have wrecked his authority over the England players after bosses went over his head to axe John Terry as skipper. The Express reports that Capello has risked a rift with members of his England squad by publicly insisting John Terry should not have been stripped of the captaincy. Metro reports that Chelsea deny claims that owner Roman Abramovich held showdown talks with Andre Villas-Boas before the club's 3-0 draw with Man United on Sunday. Inside Football reports that Arsene Wenger has been backed by Lyon manager Remy Gardet to succeed Laurent Blanc as France's coach after Euro 2012. The Racist reports that Neil Warnock is chasing £1 million contract payoff with QPR. Birmingham Mail reports that Alex McLeish will order his players to acknowledge their supporters at the end of games after many of them ignored their away fans after the defeat at Newcastle. Yorkshire Evening Post reports that former Serbia boss Radi Antic has applied for the Leeds United manager's post after Simon Grayson was sacked. The Racist reports, ironically, that Wayne Rooney used Twitter to claim that Luis Suarez should have been sent off against Tottenham. He should have. Manchester Evening News reports that Man City's goalkeeper Joe Hart admits he's flattered to be linked with a vacant England captaincy, but believes there are more obvious choices for the role. We can see where this one's going. And the Telegraph reports that Brad Friedel had to shepherd a cat off the pitch at Anfield 11 minutes into Liverpool's league match against Tottenham. And finally, and there's only one, it's from the Metro. Brazilian star Neymar recently notched his 100th goal of his career on his 20th birthday. But instead of presenting him with a celebratory cake, his Santos teammates decided to turn him into one. What? Just give me a moment, I'm going to have to look at that. Neymar gets cake. Oh, they threw a cake at him. Right. Fair enough. Alright, well that's it for the gossip column. We're going to finish off today's daily. How long have we been going? Wow, that was a rant. With the article of interest, and it is the first solution to the problem of incompetent refs. This is written by Ian Penderleaf for When Saturday Comes, wsc.co.uk for this and more great articles. Leicester City manager Nigel Pearson was a model of restraint after the side's 1-0 defeat to a late Brighton goal at the weekend. The defeat was a difficult one to take at the moment, but for now he would be maintaining a diplomatic silence over the decision of the referees to dismiss Jermaine Beckford, partly for foul and abusive language, or putting it another way, we lost and we all know it was the referee's fault. It's just another average weekend in the top 2 divisions of English football when it came to blaming the match officials for the final score. If it hadn't been for Howard Webb and his refereeing team at Stamford Bridge on Sunday, both Chelsea and Man United would have won the game. Royal Knight Alexander Ferguson and Chelsea should have had a man sent off in the first half, an on-call for which he blamed linesman Darren Kahn. Chelsea boss Andre Villas-Boas meanwhile lamented a dubious decision that shifted the running of the game. He wasn't talking about the Gary Cahill challenge that caused Fergie to moan though, but the award of Man United's second penalty. Tony Pulis knew exactly why Stoke had lost at home to Sunderland. It was less down to James McLean's fine individual goal and more to do with Robert Huth's earlier sending off. Indeed, if Huth had still been on the pitch when McLean ran through the middle of the Stoke defence, maybe he could have taken him out with a sliding 2-footed challenge and kept the score at 0-0. Millwall's Kenny Jackett said West Ham's winning goal against his team followed a foul and should have been disallowed. Barnsley's Derek McKean said one of the 2 red cards his team received while losing 3-0 at home to Leeds was wrong and very harsh. But he also conceded that we can't blame the result on the referee's decisions. If we had 11 against 11, I feel very confident in saying that we would have won the game quite comfortably, said a Sagnuin Mark Hughes following QPR's 2-1 defeat to Wolves. You could hardly argue with dubious. He say straight red for violent conduct, but the fact his team were a man down still merited a mention. West Brom's Roy Hodgson cited the clear penalty his side should have been awarded during their 2-1 home defeat to Swansea, while admitting we didn't do enough to win it. Martin Yole mentioned in passing Adam Johnson's greatest stab I've ever seen that led to Man City's penalty and first goal during the 3-0 win against Yole's Fulham. Well, he too acknowledged that his team had ended up mainly fighting to keep the score down. Shame though on Aston Villa's Alex McLeish for failing in any way to scapegoat the referees after losing 2-1 at Newcastle. Instead, he blamed his own defence and hard work of the home team. Even more naive was Blackburn's Steve Keane, who could find no reason to dispute Gail Givert's red card at Arsenal. If there's intent with leaving the ground with 2 feet, the lads know the rules, and you have to slide with 1 foot, he said in the wake of the 7-1 shellacking. The PFA and the LMA, Professional Footballers Association and League Managers Association respectively, for those who don't know your acronyms, should have a word with Keane. Does he not realise the can of worms he's opening by laying the blame for defeats at the door of anyone besides the match officials? Football cannot afford such rational post-game analysis. The dangerous idea that referees are fallible should not be allowed to take hold. Referees caused nothing but untold stress, anger and frustration for players, managers and fans alike. We should abolish them, because clearly all they ever do is get it wrong. Let our players, those models of professional sporting behaviour down on the pitch with their clear, eye-level view of the incidents, make the calls in the course of the match with rapidly reaching consensus, and a firm handshake. This would finally mean an end to all the wrong results that referees needlessly cause in our wonderful game. Nice bit of witty sarcasm for you in that good interest today. Alright, well that's it for today's daily. Went a bit longer than usual thanks to my screaming at Queen Doglead and Liverpool fans in general. But you know, that's the way things go. So before we let you go, social media, we're on Google+, Facebook and Twitter. Links are all in the description. Don't forget to join us on our site, everton.co.uk, for match news, previews, analysis and more. Don't forget to join us on Club Everton Forum as well for some match banter and a hell of a lot more than that. Excuse me. Don't forget to subscribe as well, Club Everton Daily channel on YouTube to get the dailies first. Subscribe to Club Everton Radio on iTunes where you can get the dailies on your iPod, your iPhone, your iPad, your whatever the fuck you've got. You'll also get our archive of previous podcasts and any upcoming podcasts coming up as well. Also, don't forget to nominate the Follow-tonians for the Shorty Award at Follow-tonians. Mention Shorty Award, use the hashtag soccer on Twitter. That'll count as a nomination. And finally, Club Everton Daily is brought to you by Hans Tours, the official travel partner of clubeverton.co.uk. For more info, visit hanstours.co.uk or give Hannah a ring on 077 521 21395. Alright, well thank you very much for listening and we'll see you tomorrow.